I were in control of my life, I think that I would have worked things out differently. There would be no hurt, no pain, no disappointment. Of these things, my life would be scot-free. But that just goes to show how little I know about leading, about controlling my life. For you see, all these things have worked together just to make the best of me. I'm Schuyler Johnson. I'm born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. I am the fourth of 6 children. I am raised apostolic, and all I've ever known my whole entire life is gospel music and Jesus, and I love people. I am a professional recording artist, and I'm a worship leader, and I've been recording since the age of 16. So it's been about over 15 years since I've started recording, and I've been a solo artist since I've come out, and it's been a fun, interesting ride, and I really enjoy what I do, really love what I do. At the age of 2, my mom and dad first heard me sing on a Sunday night, watching Bobby Jones. Now at this time, I wasn't even talking yet. And my mom, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, was on TV, and my mom was laying in the bed, and my dad was laying in the bed, and I was sitting at the foot of the bed, and Bobby Jones was on, and I was singing, and my mom was like, "John," she was like, "Do you hear him?" She was like, "He can sing." And that's where, I don't remember, of course, I was too young, but that's when it all started. My mom says I was actually singing before I was actually talking. So yeah, it's been with me always. And I knew, like, from the age of 5 till now that I would be doing this, being a recording artist. One thing that I have desired of the Lord, and that one thing will I seek after, to dwell within this house and inquire in this temple, and behold the beauty of the Lord, and behold the beauty of the Lord.
One thing that I have desired of the Lord, and that one thing I will seek after, to dwell within His house and inquire in His temple, to behold the beauty of the Lord, to behold the beauty of the Lord.
How lovely is thy dwelling place. That is where I long to be.
What's up, y'all? ZF here.
And Luanda.
We're here to do that over. Just count us back in. Don't even stop. What's up, y'all? I'm ZF.
I'm Luanda.
And we are tailor-made for you. We want you to check in with us on every Saturday at 8 p.m.
Yes, this week we're going to be...
again. We raggedy.
Babe, I'm trying to follow you.
Okay, we will. I'll get it right, okay, so you can follow. What's up, good people? ZF Taylor here, and this is
Luanda.
And we are tailor-made for you. We want you to link in with us every Saturday at 8 p.m. for our show.
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
Hey, I'm Schuyler Johnson, and this is my story. LaShawn Pace is she is the first influence that I had in my life. At 2 years old, my uncle, he had just tried to give his life to the Lord, and he bought some stuff from the record store, and he bought her album. He didn't know who she was, and he had just given it to me. And that really started everything for me musically with her. And Kim Burrell, as I got a little older, she became another influence. Tanya Baker, Jonathan Dunn, Stevie Wonder is my godfather. Love you, Stevie, wherever you are. Love Stevie Wonder a whole lot, and those people. And of course, I got to give a shout out to my Aunt Carla and my Aunt Sharon. Those are my father's sisters, and they have just been instrumental in my life with through music, and I could go down a rabbit hole about them. But yeah, Aunt Carla. She's such a figurehead in my life because she is the person that got me started in music, and she always, as I'm older now, she fed my gift. She fed my gift. When I say she fed my gift, by, she would, when I was little, she would buy me tapes, and she would always go to the record store and buy me tapes, and she bought me CDs and all that stuff. And I would just remember sitting in her car and just being with her, and like we had such a connection. We had such a connection, and we had such a connection. And when you go through life, and there's certain people that impact you in ways that you will never be impacted like that again. She died when I was 21, and she died suddenly, and that left like such a gaping hole like on the inside of me, because she loved me, and and she only had one child. She had my cousin is her only child, and like I definitely felt and feel like her son and all that, and that took me a while to get over that. And I'll probably say been the last year I've been okay with that, with God's decision. Sometimes God's decisions for us is so totally against what we have planned. But I thank God for her. I thank her for feeding me music and for giving me love. And I don't think that if it was not for her, that I would even be doing what I'm doing right now. My love for music, my passion for music. The hardest thing for me is not seeing her here, not having her here with me in the physical, just to see all the things that I've done and all the things that I know that I'm going to do. And one of the last year that she was alive, she came to an event that I was singing at, and because she had moved for a while, and she hadn't really heard me sing since I was a little bit younger, and she had came back, and she had heard me sing, and I think it's the same year she died. She had heard me sing, and she was just in awe of, my voice and all that. And I was like, Auntie, I said, Auntie, you gave my start all because you. She said, oh no, baby. She said, God gave you that. And I remember that. And I remember that when I sing, it's like, God gave me that. So, because it's easy to get puffed up about who you are and what people say that you are, but like, no, God gave me this. And God gave me, my characteristics and how I sing. And I'm like, yeah, y'all like how I sing, but that's God though. Y'all like it, but that's God. And so, and there's a lot of pain that goes with what I do. And when I sing, and when you hear me sing, and when you hear me doing inflections and all that, like that's my communication with God. That's my communication. That is, like, Lord, thank you for another day. Lord, thank you for not allowing what I've been through that has swallowed me up, and even decisions I made that I know weren't pleasing to you. Like, it was you, like, who pulled me through it. So, I can remember that every time. Like, God's DNA is on my voice. So and that's why for me, I can't apologize for anything about me. Anything like personality, the runs, all of that. Like, yo, I'm like, and I used to shy away from that because people would make me feel as if I was too much, or like, well, you too jazzy, or you too this, you too that. I'm like, no, I'm like, at 33, I've embraced all of it. God, you gotta, when God has blessed you to be a certain way, when He's colored you, look at the fish in the sea, like how He has like different, like, little that's fish like with the orange and the little black lines and all that. That's God giving people characteristics, So I celebrate who I am, and know, because I know that's God gave me this. So yeah, thanks, Aunt Carla. Aunt Sharon is incredible. Aunt Sharon, our relationship is amazing. She is definitely one of my biggest mentors. She is been doing this music thing since her late teens. I'm traveling the country with my pastor, Bishop Howard Tillman, when he was still evangelizing, and they were a part of, he started Tetrick, and she went on the road with him back in the late 70s, and she's been all over the world, and she's just an amazing aunt, and she can cook like nobody's business. And I mean, she's one of the greatest organists and singers and songwriters, and literally just being in like rehearsal with her or in sessions with her, I'm just in awe of who she is. And what I love the most about her, besides her being my aunt, is that she has an undying dedication and devotion to God. And I think that is, I don't want to say it's missing in people, but I will say that a devotion like that, you don't see it often, and just really dedicated to the cause of Christ and to really living it out for Him. And she inspires me to do that. So, and like even in my songwriting, like what am I, like she's challenged me to say, what am I talking about? Am I just writing something that's good for people to hear, or am I writing songs that will convict, will encourage, that will convince people to, have Christ in their life? So I'm Sharon, I love you, and I'm grateful that we blood, and I love you,
I am the author and visionary behind the Communications Planner. I just want to talk to you about what is my goal and vision behind why I created that planner. It came from my book, Canceled: Mastering Difficult Conversations in a Modern World. This book gives you communication strategies and tips, but it is very, very deep. But what I did is I extracted some of the principles from that book and created a planner that will help walk you through the exercises and practices. But if once you go through the planner, you find that you want to learn more, find Canceled on my website, RameyMarketing.com.
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
So, being an independent artist, it comes with a lot of, you learn a whole lot, because number one, you don't have a record company backing you. So where all you're just really worried about is, I'm gonna go out there and sing, I'm gonna write, and all that. Like you are the executive producer, you are the administrator, you are the one who finances everything. You are, the big kahuna. So it gets rough, but I literally have spent every dime that I've had doing what I do. I tell you, I've been so much to the point where I used to go to the plasma clinic, and I used to go get plasma taken out just to get some money to pay for my records. So I think I knew then, after all these years of doing it, that this is what I really love to do, because it's just like anybody who make a sacrifice like that, it really is dedicated to the cause of of what they do. So yeah, back in 2017, I did my live recording in 2015, and back in 2017 we were about to put the single out for the record, and everything was going all right. So my producer, somebody broke into his car, and they stole his laptop and his hard drive. On his hard drive had all of the music for my live recording that we had just done. Now imagine spending thousands of dollars on a recording and going through all of that labor just for that to happen. And that was a very, very, very trying situation, because I was like, am I really supposed to be doing this? Because there's things that happen to you in life sometimes, especially when you've worked hard to do what you do and put a lot of energy and effort into what you do, and things like that happen. It's just like, okay, am I really cut out for this? Am I like, Lord, is this you telling me like maybe you should try something else? But I ended up coming out on top. I had to really, really, really honor and thank somebody, and that is Isaac Barfield, because I gave up on my record. I literally, my friends would tell you that like I had literally walked away from the record and was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna start something else, do something new. And he called me one day and he was like, bro, he said, you know what? He said, what you've done is just too good to not put out. Like what you've done, the work you put into it, the money you put into it is just too good to not put out. So what we did is he got me down in his basement, which is studio, his full-fledged studio. And he literally coached me through every song, and we got it done. And that, it just renewed my faith in who I am, and then more who God is, and that even when you think that what you thought you put effort into has ended, God shows you like, I got something better for you. I got another door. I got another person who you don't think is going to give you a call. Is going to bless you and help you along the way. People tell me, it's just like, when you just put something on Facebook, like, I was going through this, and you just brighten up my whole day. And I was like, I was just doing, just goofing around, or me doing a singing video. I was just playing around, whatever. But once again, that is like, it makes me feel good, because I'm like, God is using me. God is using me in such a way to inspire people, and me just being who I am. And we gotta do more of that. We gotta just be who you are. You gotta be nobody else but you. Be that. Be who you are. Be who God has made you to be. People may think you're corny or think you're weird or whatever. But it's like, if God gave you that, be that. And so I'm humbled for real when people was like, man, some people have come to me and say, man, can I just learn from you? And I was like, learn what? Like, learn what? But God really checked me on that. He was like, no, like, you have something on the inside of you that people, want to glean from and learn from and all that. So stop shying away from that and stand and say yes. Like, you know what? You want to learn from me? Okay, let's set up some time to connect for real. So that's where I'm at now, is just embracing what I have. Because so long I feel like I'm so different, and my approach to just music and just life, I kind of feel like there was no place for me, but there's space for me. So yeah.
Well, he never will fail me. 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 He never will. He never will. He never will fail. He never will. He never will fail. He never will fail. He never will fail. He never will. He never will.
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
I'm not directly to say to you all is this. No matter who you are, no matter what you possess, don't be afraid to release it. If you feel like you want to record a video today on Instagram, record it, put it out. You don't know who you're going to bless. Now it may have 2 or 3 likes, or it may have 200-300 likes. But even if it has 2 or 3 likes, those 3 people liked it for a reason, and they were blessed by whatever it is that you released. So release it. If it's a book, if it's a movie, even if it's something if you think is insignificant as a Facebook status, you don't know whose eyes are going to see what God is giving you to release. So, as I said today earlier, empty the clip, because everybody needs to hear what you have to say. So be who you are, do that, be that. He is good, the Lord is good. He is good, and His mercy endureth forever. His mercy never runs out, for He is good. The Lord is good. Oh, His mercy never runs out, for He is good. The Lord is good. All right, so you can find me on Apple Music. Well, actually, my music is available on all digital media outlets. I have The Best Is Yet to Come. I just recently released The Live Experience, Volume 1. And I'm everywhere. YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, you name it, my music is there. Type in Schuyler Johnson. That's how you can find me. You can find me on Facebook. My name is Schuyler Johnson, of course, and the spelling is Schuyler. And if you head over to Instagram, my handle is Sky Johnson, and that's SCHUY Johnson. And on Twitter, it's SCHUY Johnson. And for those of you who want to book me, my booking is bookschuylerjohnson@gmail.com.
Next time on Black, Bold, and Beautiful, My Story.
People don't see that part, when it comes to me. And I deal with it like I'm human. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially like my cousins, my family, a lot of people are just like, oh, you're perfect. Oh, you're this. Marquita can do no wrong. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I still deal with, not so much, because it's like, especially since the pandemic, like I took a lot of time to do a lot of internal work. And so with that and seeing myself internally, it has allowed me to see myself externally in a totally different way.